Brand visibility is arguably one of the most important things for any business. Therefore, in today's video, I'm going to show you a tool that is super cool that really helps with getting real data on your company and how it's showing up across search. We're talking everywhere, y'all. Yahoo, Google, AI chatbots, all of it. Does that sound good? Let's jump in. Welcome back, y'all. Today's video is sponsored by Semrush, and we're going to be checking out their MCP that allows us to get a ton of data on our businesses. Now, specifically, what I really like about this tool is that it uses and leverages all the infrastructure provided by Semrush, but we can connect it via any of our AI chats, whether you use Claude, Claude Code, ChatGPT, Cursor, VS Code, etc. In today's video, I'm going to show you with Claude. So first things first, let's go ahead and connect. We're going to come down here to our settings. We're going to simply come over to connectors. In connectors, we hit customize. Then we're going to hit this little plus button here. Browse, connectors, hit Semrush. This is a native integration, which makes this process really easy. I'm going to hit add. And then once you hit add, it's going to prompt this little window here. I'm going to hit approve. There we go. And there we go. Let's go ahead and check this out. So when you integrate an MCP like this, what this gives you access to is a bunch of specific tooling found within Semrush, such as backlink research, execute report, get report schema. Like all this information is handled automatically. So let's go and jump in a new chat. So right off the bat, we're going to hit this plus button, make sure it is connected. Connectors. There we go. Semrush is active. And just to confirm it works, I usually like doing like a general type of prompt here. So I'm going to say Nike versus Adidas for May 2025 to May 2026 in site traffic. I'm going to hit enter. And this should prompt our Semrush connection. There we go. I'm going to hit always allow. And let's see the magic. Now, this initial stage is going to always, prompt me to ask whether it's okay to do an action. But once you hit always allow, it's going to make the flow so much easier. What I'm going to do a little later here is I'm going to actually dive into a product that I'm currently selling and dive really deep into data here. I want you to notice what it's doing here. Now, let me pull the monthly history for both domains in the US database. This is information that if you would have asked that same query without the Semrush connector, you wouldn't be getting access to real data here that effectively is going to show us a clear picture. This is what makes it cool, right? Because at the end of the day, data is king and data can make us have actionable insights. Look at this. This is actually very interesting. I'm very much an Adidas person. I was a Nike person when I was a kid, but now we all Adidas. Wow, you can even see the difference here between the traffic. So what you'll notice is that when pairing with an AI chat and Semrush MCP, we're able to get like really cool diagrams, good flows, and then, get some conclusions like Nike being a 2.2x lead. But let's dive into my product here, which is Thumbio. This is my software company, Thumbio.com. If you're a YouTuber, AI thumbnails, check it out. But I'm going to ask some real questions here because I honestly am really curious on the data associated with how Thumbio shows up in search. All right, let's do it. And you can do this with your business as well. Put your domain in. You're going to get all this really good information. Give me a domain overview for Thumbio.com, organic keywords, traffic authority, and score. Let's hit enter. What is really cool right off the bat is that it's only 3 months old and it was still able to get data on this. Like the fact that there's probably not a lot of data associated with this domain, but it was still able to get information. That's super cool. My authority score is 13. Makes sense. Really new. What's interesting, and I didn't know about this, is that it's driven by 653 backlinks and 72 referring domains. That's awesome. 47 organic keywords ranking in Google US, 165 monthly organic visits estimated, and then estimated traffic value as well. Now, what I'm interested here is that can it outline the organic keywords? This is important information for you to understand as a company, because once you know what people are searching for, you can better advertise and adjust copy for it. It seems like obviously the two big ones is just people typing in Thumbio and Thumbio. It's no B, okay? What's really interesting here, this gives me real good insight. I didn't even think of this. So I made an article. This article has to do with removing the Gemini watermark that's found on images. You're putting up blog SEO. Does it actually work? And using something like Semrush, I can see it genuinely had some work here, right? How to get rid of the Gemini watermark. It's giving my position and the relevant volume. That is actually really cool. Look at all the keywords I'm showing up here on. It seems like this article could garner my attention in the sense of building out more SEO around this specific target keyword. And this is only information I would be able to get once Semrush essentially pulls the curtains away and lets me see. And as we can see here as well, it makes sense how to make YouTube thumbnails, how to create thumbnail for YouTube, everything of this nature. What's also really cool is that I was able to get the specific URL as well. All right, let's ask another question. What you need to understand is that we can also ask questions of our competitors, right? Because if data exists on Thumbio, so does it exist on my competitors? We're going to say, who are Thumbio.com's top organic competitors? All right, so here's a competitor's landscape. I'm going to scroll down here. Your most direct competitors, real overlap plus same product category. Testmythumbnails.com, thumbnail.ai, thumber.app, pixels.com. We know that one. Thumb.io, Okay, makes sense. And it goes even smaller here. But look at these are all my competitors I'm not even aware of. So in theory, I could search up one of these and see what my competitors are doing, right? So for example, I don't know what the heck test my thumbnails is, so I could check out this competitor. And I come to this site and this doesn't, okay, seems like they have like a new creator here possibly, right? But it seems like the initial use case here was like a thumbnail rater where you present a thumbnail here and it'll tell you like all this different information on whether it's a good or bad thumbnail. But that's one example. There's a bunch of other ones you can check out as well. Therefore, it opens up to another question I would have is what keywords do my competitors seem to rank for and I don't, which then leaves the entire gap of like, what should I post on social media or create a blog about that would give me a advantage and essentially put me in the market a little bit more for search and brand awareness. So here we go. Here is the report from the two biggest competitors, Pixels and testmythumbnails.com. Testmythumbnails.com. Keywords, thumbnail maker, makes sense. YouTube, thumbnail maker, AI thumbnail maker, YouTube, thumbnail generator. Another thing to note here is that if you notice, we can actually use these in search campaigns with like Google Ads, for example, right? We could target these specific queries. And also it gives nuanced results of things you probably would never even imagined to type, such as make thumbnails with words AI. There's volume. But that's the kind of nuance you get when you dive into the real data of your product and specifically your competitors. Therefore, if we know we can pull all of our competitors' data, we can dig into this more. Show me the newest backlinks pointing to my top competitor. So here we go. It went ahead and targeted Pixels, which is one of my competitors, and found the specific backlinks. What a backlink is in this context is, for example, a blog references your product, puts a link in there, and then that adds domain authority for you to show up better in search. But these are things where, for example, AI radar.live, I would put Thumbio there as well to start competing and adding more backlinks, which gives me more traffic longer term. And what's even better about a report like this isn't a generic like top 10 blogs to have your software product on. No. This is Semrush backed data on a competitor that tells you specifically for your niche and your product where to place a link. That's extremely powerful. Instead of like dribbling down a Claude chat with no data-backed answers, you could find yourself posting a link on something that's not relevant at all to the product you're selling. So you can really go down paths here. And once you get all this information, we can make this actionable. For example, we can do the prompt now, turn all this into a 30-day SEO action plan for Thumbio. All the information we just got, we're gonna be able to put into a very digestible report that we can execute on. So here we go. We know with Claude and all these AI chats, they're just amazing with creating PDFs and our ability to create deliverables. But this is actionable stuff. Rescue the Gemini post and harvest easy links. This is what we were talking about earlier, where that blog, there seemed to be something there that I can pull a string on, some type of good opportunity for organic traffic for a product. It comes down here and it actually breaks it down even further into specific steps. Rewrite and expand the Gemini post, add clear, immediate how-to steps. This is information that I can grab and chuck into a cursor chat, everything of this nature. Week 2, build low difficulty informational clusters. Essentially, in this context, we can target these specific keywords. And it even tells me how to do it, right? So publish a YouTube thumbnail dimensions and size guide, YouTube thumbnail background ideas, how to. It's actually pretty cool, right? So you make YouTube content around how to kind of guides and then linking off to the product as well. And then week 3 is more of a competitor hit with the relevant task. And then scrolling down here, we have what our quote unquote success metrics would look like after said activity. And the best part is that after we would execute a plan like this, I can jump back into Claude here, hit up the Semrush MCP again, and then query whether there was a improvement or non-improvement over the last 30 days after I did that action plan. Check out Semrush MCP on the Semrush One plan. And here's the best part. I got a link in the description down below that's going to set you up with a free 14-day trial, completely free. Description down below. But as you already know these style of videos, I'll see you in the next. The comment quite literally just show one of the best, simplest, and easiest integrations when it comes to getting real data integrated into any type of AI chat type of video.